Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today I am moving some bubble wrap in the corner. But what I was actually gonna say is I am so excited for today's video. Today we have the very first, at least in my possession, and funny enough, the winner of the Banpresto World Figure Coliseum for 2018. If y'all been around my channel for a little while and you've been watching my figure unboxings for a while, you know that I love the World Figure Coliseum, and I'm always a huge fan of the figures that come out of it because it makes some of the most unique Dragon Ball figures, at least in terms of Praise King. Yes, Crane King and like Crane Prize figures. Because like just the designs for some of the, normal characters that we usually get, but then also some very unique outfits and stuff for different characters. It's so good. It's such a good, it's such an awesome thing that they do, and then it, eventually makes such an awesome line, and so many great figures come out of it every year. So I always get a bunch of figures from the line because I always really like it. And like I said, today we have the grand prize. Now, real quick rundown, if you're unfamiliar with the Banpresto World Figure Coliseum, I know we're only like a minute and 30. We're not even into the box yet. But it's important that I talk about it because this line is very unique compared to other figure lines. The World Figure Coliseum is something that Banpresto has been doing for a really long time. Before, it was the Sculptor's Budokai. I'll put the name on the screen. I don't remember the exact name of it, but they revamped it one year and called it the World Figure Coliseum. But what's so cool is that they get sculptors from, well, this year was the first year here. So let me start from the beginning. Originally, it was a bunch of different Japanese sculptors, okay? And basically what they did was it was a competition. They all picked a character. They got to create whatever kind of figure they wanted of the character, right? And then they entered a competition. Everyone's figures get made into a figure, but the winner gets to make a special prize figure that is, well, a special prize figure, yes, but like a special figure. Basically, they get to make another one, and it's like whatever they want, I guess. And then I'm sure that they get some money too. But every year, they've been Japanese sculptors only. As you can see in the background of this one, there's a bunch of different flags. That's because this year was the first year that they actually brought in sculptors from all over the world, which is so cool. Like, so many different countries were represented. I'll put the link to the website in the description below, in case you want to do a little bit more research about it. It's a very cool time, and I really hope with Bandai taking over Banpresto, they continue the tradition of the tournament, because it would be a real shame if they didn't. Really hoping. But anyway, let's get into the figure we have in front of. We're already 3 minutes in, but I felt it was necessary to explain it and kind of get my hype out and, onto the camera for you. Now, funny enough, like I said, the first figure we have is a grand prize figure. And funny enough, a Japanese sculptor won. And you ain't gonna believe who was. That's right, Hiroyuki Nakazawa, baby. The myth, the man, the legend himself. Oh, it's it's really ironic that he won, because he makes so many Banpresto and Dragon Ball figures that it's it's really ironic that he won. You guys know I praise this guy all the time. A lot of people in the figure community really like his work. He makes the FES line, which is one of the best Dragon Ball figure lines. He makes a bunch of other Dragon Ball figures. He's made some Pokemon figures in the past. Actually, the Godku video that I posted a little bit ago on the channel, the unboxing, he unboxed that because it's an FES figure. So it's just really ironic that he won the tournament. He entered it last year and he actually didn't win. The boy Varquo won, and I will actually compare some of the other World Figure Coliseum figures to this guy towards the end. Some of Varquo's figures as well. It's just kind of funny though to me that he won, considering it was like, oh, What did we expect? The man who everybody loves, you know, won the tournament. So, very cool though. And another reason why I'm very excited for this particular figure is that, you know, he's got such a nice touch. He didn't just go, I'm just gonna make something normal. He made a very, very unique figure. This is a Army Goku figure, if you can't tell by now by looking at the box. Basically, it's just themed to a soldier, which is really cool and definitely an outfit that you don't see Goku in every day. So I'm very excited to get into this. Again, this is what I was talking about. The World Figure Coliseum always comes out with some very interesting costumes for, you know, Goku and the rest of the cast that people decide to sculpt. There's another Journey to the West Goku, or I believe it's from no, it's not Journey to the West. It's like a, I think it's like a Chinese cultural themed Goku that also came out of this year's tournament. I'm not exactly sure. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. As well, too, we did get pictures of what Nakazawa's figure is going to be for the special figure that he's going to get to make since he won, and it's actually going to be 2 figures, which is really cool. I don't think they've ever actually let people make 2 in the past. I'm not sure, you know, what happened. Unfortunately, like, you know, as much as we, you know, love the tournament and, like, love the figures that come out of it, I feel like there isn't like too much information as to like what the winner actually gets besides being able to make another figure, but it's still very cool and entertaining to watch anyway. I'm sure if, you know, there's like an English website for it, but I'm sure if I understood Japanese, you know, it would be a little bit more crystal clear to me. But let's get into this Goku. I'm so excited for it. A very unique costume for Goku, and made by one of the best sculptors in the game nonetheless. I didn't even notice he had the power. Oh, he's not holding a gun, he's holding a power pole. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Bro, it's got a helmet. Oh my gosh. Alright, we need to get into this right now. Oh, this is so cool. So, interestingly enough, you can see that the Goku is kind of small. Usually, I don't know what it is about Nakazawa, but he loves to usually make his figures a little bit like smaller in scale, as opposed to some other figures that, you know, Banpresto produces. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just kind of like his thing. You know, definitely no complaints for it. Anything that the man makes is, you know, absolutely incredible. But it is interesting because, like, the FES line is sort of infamous for being a little bit smaller in terms of scale, and Nakazawa here again with another figure, right? This one is a little bit smaller than some other figures that Banpresto makes. I'm curious to see when we get some more figures, because I do have a bunch of figures from this year's tournament already on pre-order and will probably be coming in eventually, definitely during this summer, but it will be interesting to see how those scale to Nakazawa's work here. Alright, so, one really cool thing about the World Figure Coliseum as well, right off the bat, is we already have another unique stand. It says, well, wait, actually you can't really see that, can you? Let me see if I can get a good glare. Maybe I can't. You can kind of tell there. Wait, can I, like, wait, I can put the box behind it. Maybe. That didn't help at all. Anyway, oh, there you can see it. See, it says Banpresto World Figure Coliseum. Up there, it's got the little logo, and then it has a little bit of text there that says, I'm sorry I can't really show you this. I don't know how to, like, get it at a good spot to show you. But anyway, it says World Figure Coliseum right there in text, and then it has a little bit of information here. It says, does that say? Oh, since 2011. That's cool. I don't remember that. Wait, is that on the old ones? Wait, let me look. Oh, that is on the old ones. Cool, I actually never noticed it before. Alright. Anyway, though, it looks a lot better in person. Obviously, it's hard to see here because, you know, like, it's clear. And, you know, it's hard to see through a clear stand. Anyway, though, it looks good, is the point. I'll see if I can get a little bit of a better angle. There is actually, it kind of looks like there's a couple scratches on mine, which is sort of unfortunate. Can you see it, like, down there? I wish I had a better way to show this to you, but even if I put, like, something behind it, you can't really, well, you can sort of see it there. There you go. See, there you go. There it is. See World Figure Coliseum right there? Yeah, there we go. Alright, you get the point. Let's get into the figure. Alright, so, I don't know if the helmet, I don't know where the helmet goes, because the helmet isn't on him in the box. And you actually can't see, like, the full figure on the box art. Dude, we're almost 10 minutes in, we're not even in the figure, but I don't care because, oh, it looks so good. Oh my gosh. because I love the World Figure Coliseum and I love talking about it to anyone who collects figures. Oh my gosh, Goku! Oh, this is pure Goku right here, bro. Oh my gosh. This is so dope. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wait, real quick, before we take a look at that. Standard stuff here in terms of like how you put it together. Very interesting, the plastic kind of got cut there. But this is so weird because it almost goes over, like, you know, a jacket hanging over the, you know, like how clothes naturally hang. And once you get it on there, it does not wobble around. Dude, he thought of everything. Look at that! Look at that! It looks like your coat just like flopping over your pants. It covers up the back of the pockets, and oh, actually he didn't make the whole pocket. I guess that makes sense considering, you know, you don't have to actually make the whole pocket with that. That's so cool, dude. I know that's like such a simple thing, but man, that's awesome. Okay, so actually it does show how it works on the side of the box. The helmet just kind of hangs on the power pole. Let's actually look at the side there. Which side? Okay, so the power pole side goes over here, and then the helmet just sort of hangs there. How does this fit? Does it just like hang? I guess the like strap. Huh. The strap just kind of like hangs, and then this just sort of gets slipped through here. How do you get this on? I'm assuming you just kind of like bend it, right? I don't want to like break it, obviously. Here, wait. Oh no, you know what we could do? Here, we could probably slide it through like that, and then maybe slide it back. Well, this is probably the only issue I'm gonna have with this figure the whole time, is how weirdly you kind of put in there. Okay, perfect. Wait. Let me see. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. So it does like actually go in his hands. I guess that makes sense because he's like, you know, leaning on it in his, or like his hands are on it. There we go. Good. Is it okay? So his hand is like on the power pole part. Gotcha. It's kind of like in the middle of it. Okay, cool. So then this just sort of like hangs at the back. That's kind of interesting. And the helmet literally isn't attached at all. It's just chilling. That's kind of interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, I definitely think that that's a little bit unique. I don't know if that's necessarily the... Oh, also, I forgot to mention, there is a black and white version of this, but like, why would you get that when you could get the colored one? I mean, I guess it makes it more realistic in terms of that, but that's the problem there. Though I guess if it's on your shelf, it's not really going to be a big deal, but very, very cool. And also, he thought of everything again. Literally, this is shaped to like fit on the power pole. It's not just like, you know, kind of there. So he doesn't really stand up on his own. Thankfully, though, the base has got us down packed. There are two here. Let's take this off right now. There are, okay, so two pegs there. So this matches up here. Does this go backwards? What? Maybe they printed... I think they printed this wrong, because this is the way it's supposed to face with like the logo, but the way that it goes into the shoe is backwards, unless they're kind of going for a look that like you're supposed to look less at the stand and more at the figure? I don't know. Am I getting that in right? Here, there we go. And then, okay, so that is one little thing I will say that I'm not gonna, you know, this how much I love Nakazawa. I'm not gonna, you know, not be nitpicky as usual. You do have to bend the shoe in a little bit. Though I do suppose, see, now I'm trying to justify it. But I do suppose that also could just be, you know, like manufacturing. Dude, look how good this looks. Oh my gosh. Like, I didn't even like touch it. I just put it on there and set it down and it looks so good. Let's put the little helmet there. Bro, this figure is amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, apparently it's like, I guess it doesn't really matter in theory, but on the box they have the helmet like that. Dude, this figure is so good. Let's take a look at the minor detail. This video is going to be really long, but I literally don't care because this figure is so good. So not only, you know, we got this awesome, like very unique, very different Goku sort of design, you know, made by the boy Nakazawa, World Figure Coliseum and all. Oh my gosh, dude, this is so nice. Okay, so let's take a look at the helmet first. We're gonna take it off while I'm moving Goku around just so that we don't, you know, like drop it. So even the inside of the helmet has all of this detail. It's like completely unnecessary. These straps have detail. Top of the helmet is very nice. Oh, they even have the texture of like an army helmet. Dude, and there's a little strap there too. I didn't even see that. That might be pink. I don't know if that's supposed to be there on the top there. That's crazy. Nakazawa is insane. He's a monster, bro. Okay, so let's take a look at the Goku here. First of all, we have this very nice detail. Interesting that he's in the US Army, because that obviously says US. I haven't commented on that yet. But so interesting that that's the US Army and not like, I mean, I don't know, this is a very like United States sort of like uniform, but it's just sort of interesting that that's what he decided to go with. There's US labeling everywhere. The pants look absolutely fantastic. The boots look really good. There's a little bit of like a cover. I actually, that must be an army thing, I don't know. Even like the thing that goes in between the heel. Wait, can you see that? Yeah, wait, focus for me, please. The thing that goes in, no! The thing that goes in between the, like the heel of the boot and the front of the boot. And then you have, you know, nice pants. The back here, got a canteen on the back. Unfortunately, that's not really his doing, obviously. That's, you know, they had to label it right there. But the watering canteen here is very, very nicely done. The cap even has detail on it. The belt has it. Oh, he has a gun? Bruh, I didn't notice that. I don't know what I thought that was, but yeah, there is a gun in there. I'm obviously not going to take it off, but I am curious to see if like the full gun is sculpted in there, if it's just the edge. I'm assuming it's not, considering how the pants were sculpted. But this even looks like this is supposed to be leather, right? This looks like pressed leather with how the US logo is sort of pressed in there. Even you got the detail of like a little bit of an indent when you sort of like put a little bit of metal in there. The belt here looks really good. Clips looks really good. The jacket looks amazing. I love the shading on the jacket. Really, really nice. Very cool that he got this undercoat. Like, that's just such a nice detail. This little bit of an under thing, and then the collar comes up above that. Looks like there's a little button right there. Oh my gosh. Dude, Goku's face looks really good. I will say, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of how much the smile goes up. It does sort of look like, though, I think the machine did that, where it like kind of like punched in the end of his smile a little bit. So maybe if that wasn't so wide, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Because like if you look here, right, it's definitely not like that on the box. So that's got to be a machine thing. He does have these little, like, I don't know if that's blush or just like detail on the cheeks. I mean, it looks like Goku. What more could you ask for? The hair sculpt is absolutely perfect too. It's very simple, very nice. Even like the fingers, right? Wait, focus for me. Yeah. Even the fingers look like have so much detail, like on the skin and everything. And then obviously the back there. The power pole looks very nice too. They even have detail on this little bit here. The power pole again. I didn't realize that's what he was holding here, was like a power pole. That I thought it was like a gun, but that's really, really cool detail. Whew! Let's compare it to some other figures. I know this is a longer video, but guys, you have to understand. Look at what you're looking at right now. This is a beautiful figure. This was only 20 bucks, bro. 20 bucks for one of my, this has definitely got to be top 10 favorite figures. Oh my gosh, bro. Whew! I'm so excited to get more stuff from this year. There's a super cool rosé. Again, there's like that, I believe it's Chinese cultural themed Goku. Again, you already saw the picture of it. Anyway, though, let's compare this to some other World Figure Coliseum figures. These are all from last year. This is actually the Journey to the West Goku. None of the ones I'm just going to show you right now are Hiroyuki Nakazawa. I've done so many Hiroyuki Nakazawa figures on the channel before that I think you kind of know his style. And I mean, we literally just analyzed this for like the past 15 minutes, so I think you probably know his style by now, right? So this is another figure. These guys scale pretty well again. Nakazawa's like style is just a little bit smaller of like an actual like body and everything, so it kind of makes sense that this Goku's a little bit bigger. But again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you would never get this out of a normal like Banpresto line, but just the fact that the World Figure Coliseum, people are like, all right, we're gonna do this super unique thing, is very cool. And I've actually, I don't know if I've actually posted the unboxing, because I did this at the old house and I don't think I ever actually got it out. I'll have to upload that at some point. I'm planning on doing like a big drop of like older videos that I have yet to upload of like unboxings that I haven't done in the future, but that's talk for another time. Let's take a look at the winner from last year, actually. Good comparison here. Like I was saying, Varquo won last year, and this is the boy Varquo's Trunks. One of my favorite figures, personally. It is a little bit hard to look at from the angle that you're looking at it, but if you look at it like that, ooh, baby, it's sick. Yes, I also did do a video on this guy. I know I posted that one. But very, very nice figure. I love the detail on this one. These guys actually look pretty cool together. The one thing I don't like about this figure is the stand. You can already see from just sitting on the shelf, it's like bending one way, right? This Goku is grounded, so it's a little bit easier for him to not have, you know, like kind of a goofy stand. But I do sort of anticipate this breaking at some point, which will be very unfortunate considering the figure is so nice. But nonetheless, though, a very, very nice figure. These guys do compare pretty well. The Trunks, again, is a little bit bigger, as you can see. He's still kind of small, but... Alright, and then, the prize, or the special figure, rather, for last year that Varquo made was this, MUI Goku, which I absolutely adore. It's one of my favorite MUI Goku figures, in a while. But, this guy... You're just gonna focus on Goku. Hey, that's okay, bro. I respect it. Nonetheless, though, right? You can see that this guy's body's clearly bigger. Again, this is another Varquo figure. And he definitely improved the stand on this one a little bit. But nonetheless, though, right? Very, very nice figures together. So funny that this and this is the same character. Like, they're almost like not indistinguishable. Like, if you know Dragon Ball, you know it. But if you see this, you'll be like, yeah, those are two different guys. Nonetheless, though, just for a quick little comparison, you guys know I gotta do it. It's gonna become like a meme on my channel just from how much I use this guy in like figure videos. But I gotta compare the Ultimate Soldier's Goku because you know he's like my standard nowadays for figures because he's so good. He's a little bit bigger than this Goku, obviously in terms of the body as well. A little bit taller, but nonetheless, though, still very cool. Again, this one's a little bit more like Broly movie style. It's a sort of like simplistic art style. And then obviously my man Nakazawa has a little bit more detail on this figure, but neither is bad. Like I said, I love that figure so much. And this figure, I mean, I've been screaming about it for the past 20 minutes, so you should know how much I like it. Alright, guys. That is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I know this was a little bit of a longer one, but I absolutely love this figure, and I love the World Figure Coliseum, and I just love talking about it. I could honestly talk about it for hours. Let me know if you guys are going to pick this guy up. Definitely, I'm putting some places in the description below where you could pick it up. It's such a cool figure, even if you're not like into army stuff, right, or anything like that. It's just such a beautiful figure, and it's so unique. And I mean, how could you pass up a Nakazawa figure? You know what I mean? Alright, guys, that's gonna do it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Epic Mewtwo out. Peace.